So here is your video demo on two-point perspective. You're going to want to have a ruler, pencil, should be enough. Um, we're going to teach you how to do a cube with two-point perspective. Just like one-point perspective, you need your horizon line. Once again, your horizon line is you. It is where your eyes meet the distance, okay? Now you will also need to identify your left and right vanishing point, okay? These vanishing points represent your cone of vision. So the left is your left eye and the right is your right eye. And the distance of our eyes determines the cone of vision that humans have, okay? When you're setting up, make sure that you put your vanishing points well to each side. If your vanishing points are too close, you will get a distorted cube, okay? It's almost as if you were drawing the cone of vision as if our eyes were very close together instead of the distance that they are. So make sure that you have your vanishing 1 and vanishing 2 at the edge of your paper, okay? Next, we will draw the vertical line that represents the edge. So when you're doing two-point perspective, you're usually looking at the edge of a building, the edge of a cube, the corner of a street. You're never looking at the face of an object, right? You're looking at the corner and seeing two sides. Once you've established your vector point on the top and bottom of your vertical line, you're going to connect to your vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2. Let me stop this for a minute. So whenever your vertical line is established, and this is arbitrary, okay? It can be a tall line, it could be a short line, it could cross your horizon, it could be above your horizon, or it could be below the horizon. All that means is that cube is above you, on you, or below your eye line, okay? But once you've established that vertical length and you have a point at the top and a point at the bottom of your line, those points are going to go in opposite directions, right? Like on this to the right, you're going to go to vanishing point 2, and to the left, you're going to go to vanishing point 1, okay? And what will look like is an open book, okay? As if a book is opened away from you. Now that we have our two sides of the book, you're going to want to bisect this V. Okay, right here is a V, and you're going to try to take that piece of pizza, right, and make two equal pieces. So initially, actually, the right side of that was a little bit too small, so I'm redoing it to get a more equal distribution of my left and right here. Okay, so you start from the point, and you go upwards until you hit this line. Now this is an unknown, okay? You cannot start your bisecting at the top of the line. You have to start at the bottom and work your way up, creating equal A and B slices. You will hit the top line at an arbitrary point. That point is the back of the cube, okay? So remember, you have to bisect from the point of the pizza, not from the other side, okay? So here I found it. I'm happy with where it is. And since that point is on the right side of the vertical line, it goes to the left. We always work in opposites, okay? Now I'll bisect the other side. So we have one V, right? A V on its angle, and we're going to bisect it equally, trying to create two equal pieces, starting from the point of the V and trying to reach the top edge of the cube at the arbitrary point, which will help us find the back of the cube, okay? So I feel good about that. I feel like A and B are close in size, so I'm happy with that point. That point is on the left of the vertical line, so it goes to the right. We always work in opposites. Okay, there you go. So now we have the top of our cube drawn, and it should always look like a diamond, okay? So there's like a little sliver of a diamond. Now the two sides are vertical lines. You just drop a perfectly vertical line. In order to keep it vertical, you might want to look at the edge of your ruler and compare it to the vertical line that you started the cube at, or look at the side of your page, okay? That will help keep your verticals vertical. Now here at the bottom, you have intersected the bottom of the cube at an arbitrary point by pulling the vertical line down. Now I have placed my vertices, each side, left and right on the cube, and once I've drawn my vertices, I know that I have to reach for either vanishing point 1 or vanishing point 2. And since I'm on the left of the middle line, I go to the right. And if I'm on the right of the middle line, I go to the left. Once again, we always work in opposites. There you go. So I'm following all the way through to my vanishing points. And we draw our cube as if it is transparent. We want to see the back of the cube as well as the front of the cube. And if you've done a good job bisecting your two sides, then the back of the cube's bottom plane, right here, will line up with the top of the back of the cube. And if these two dots are right above each other, you've done a good job. Okay, so that is the back of the cube. Looks like we did a decent job. I'll connect the back two vertices. And this is a portion of the cube that is transparent usually. That's why I did the dash, dash, dash. These two lines in the back are the back of the cube, and also because it's transparent we see them, otherwise we would not. And that's a 2-point cube.